Welcome to Jerry Reacts. Today we're going to react to Season 4, Episode 6. Wait, that's not right. Season 4, Episode 6 of Legacies, entitled You're a Long Way From Home. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe for daily content. If there's a day, there's a reaction. Links to just down below. Playlist. I have no idea what's happening. I took a couple days after watching the last episode. I watched quite a few over the course of a short span. So I took a couple days not to watch anything and really let that Season 4, Episode 4 and 5 back to back just kind of like marinate because of how good those episodes were. And yeah, now we can get back in with Season 4, Episode 6. Hope is a full-blown tri-bridge. She attacked Rick. Rick is essentially brain dead. He's comatose, and they have to figure out a way to save him. And that's the gist of it. Yes, Josie and Liz know the situation. They know what's going on. The thing I'm worried about with the title is it says you're a long way from home. I, for some reason, feel like this would be something to do with Landon / Malivore, and I don't exactly know why. Because him and Ted were in the fucking pit thing, and etc., etc. The big looming thing we'll probably mention at the start of every episode is Cleo's vision did show a white oak, and she was making that out of clay, out of mud, essentially. So if that is something that can kill a tri-bred, because it's the only thing that can kill an original / you know, an original, that's a problem. With Rebecca there and kind of getting dumped and Hope taking off her necklace, there's a lot of key story beats, and I really, really wish that the entirety of the show had the same level of episode quality as 4 and 5 had. But at the same time, the whimsicalness of it and the fun of it really make it seem like a really good CW show. But I think it's because it's in this universe, it makes me want a little more. Selfishly, maybe, but I want a little more. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and put Jerry behind the scenes. We can hop into the episode. You're a long way from, or I guess they could be talking to Hope. Oh my God, look at her eating the fucking beignets, bro. That's what your daddy used to make you all the time. You down there in Nolans? Ooh, you know who else who could be saying you're a long way from home if you're in Nolans? There's a bunch of.
You're a long way from home.
Roll credits. I was thinking of like all these other characters from the originals, and lo and behold, just Cleo.
Don't let her get to you. She's just trying to provoke us.
You should have kept your stupid squad out of my sight.
Hope, listen to us. It doesn't have to happen this way.
Jed, what you cracking your neck for, bro? You ain't about that life for real.
No, it doesn't. But on the other hand, it kind of sounds like fun.
Why'd you put your teeth in your eyeballs up? You just flexing?
External canonical.
She said, all right, everybody. Oh, damn. Shoulder thrust. Rest in peace, that table. Never mind. Okay, they're in the fucking X-Men simulation box. That's all that is. The danger zone, danger room. Y'all ain't about to pull that bullshit with me, bro. I'm sorry. Nah, because for a split second, I was really like, now we're fucking cooking, but. Oops, got your heart. I was about to say, who the fuck is that? But that's Ethan.
You can run.
But you can't hide.
But you can't hide. That's a gnome. Just kidding.
Hey, bro, shouldn't you have led with that shit? If you were going to try it in the first place? Adsonom.
This is about what I expected from them.
Y'all really don't want that problem.
More. You know there's a weapon that can kill me.
She's just trying to conjure up some inspiration.
Why haven't you told them about it yet?
Yeah, y'all fucking knew better. You knew better. I was gonna say at first, because when Caleb was stabbed, I was like, oh shit, like, hold up. Because it was in his chest, nothing was happening, and then stabbing MG was a little too much. Mainly because there was no reaction from anybody. I think if you would have gave like a really like heartfelt or like guttural, like, no, I think you could probably trick a lot more people. But for those people that got by that, bro, can you imagine their emotions? Oh shit. Oh, that'd be crazy. Oof.
We'll figure something out. There has to be a way.
You would think there would be, but lo and behold, the one answer you all have is hidden inside her little brain. I think mainly she wants to figure out how to get her humanity on first before mentioning, hey, there's a fucking weapon that can kill your all's former friend who put your dad in a fucking spell. Go ahead and hit the fucking legacies.
Milton
Hashtag
Grizzly.
bloop.
Here.
Lyle Pastor.
Hey, is it?
We can't do this alone.
Watch me. Or don't, because you'll be off doing whatever else.
It makes a lot of sense story-wise. Like it makes sense, but there's a certain part of me that almost wishes the roles were reversed right here with how much Lizzie hated her in the first season and how they kind of have gotten like grown closer and how close that Joe and Hope was, or yes, Joe and Hope was at the beginning, and then kind of had the falling out with the whole Landon thing and coming back, etc., and then kind of weaning a little more. Even though Hope and Joe have always been closer, but it would have been interesting to have Joe be the one like, nah, and then Lizzie kind of fighting for Hope would be, I think it'd be fun. I like what they're doing, but still, just a thought.
But I am putting Dad first, even if I have to do it alone.
I don't think you can go wrong either way.
If you figure out a spell, I'll be there. Promise.
Thanks, sister. Careful with that thing now. The Journal of Alaric Softman. Hunter Extraboid all right like that, bro. Oh shit. Black magic. Death spell. Motherfucker, you ain't no Landon Kirby. I don't think so. No. Yeah, I don't think she's actually like moving. Yeah. She ain't dumb, bro.
You're not tracking Hope at all.
Great. Where the hell is she?
She's in Georgia. So Finch said that she saw that tree, which leads to the thought process that a lark somehow, some way, which again is bullshit, somehow, some way has planted and is growing this tree for the one-off chance of this happening. I thought that was Hope for a second. I was like, ooh, house key.
You want to start staying over more.
Oh, girl. Your expectation bar is in hell. It is on the bottom of the oceanic floor. It's been 2 weeks. Look at you. You're goo goo gaga. Oh. As they say in the South. Bless your heart.
Hope?
Clarky. What's going on with your hair, bro? Not you, her.
Weird time.
Yeah, you've no idea. Invite me in.
I'm his serious girlfriend, Trudy. That's how she introduced. We're so serious. We're locked in. See the jealousy on her face for a second? She's like, who is this lovely creature? Oh, he don't want nothing to do with it. He don't want nothing to do with it, brother.
You know, when I was admiring this tree you, Hope, and Josie made. It's growing so quickly.
As much as I'd love to get lost in a memory about a former friend who nearly killed my dad.
So that was the tree that they made with magic? That's not...
It would require a human sacrifice.
Well, I mean, just pick somebody at random. There's 8 billion of us.
See if
That's so fucked up.
chance to consider purchasing a policy.
Oh, God. Those are the worst fucking jobs. The worst.
Oh, he did. I'm so sorry for your loss. Are you insured?
Bro, dating the boss's daughter's crazy. Triple H, what are you doing? That's fucked.
You free now?
That is fucked. That's horrendous. That just made me mad, bro.
This is Trudy. Leave me a message.
That's Tony.
Trudy, please call me back.
Just to
I
chat.
can explain everything.
Ryan, baby, come back to bed.
Poor Trudy. She ain't do nothing wrong, bro. She ain't do nothing wrong. But also, I've done what Hope just did to him on the phone. He's come back to bed.
Before you know it, Ryan is going to be middle-aged with kids who can't stand him. And a mortgage he can't afford. And a wife who wants to know where he is every second of the day. And a job as an assistant regional manager at a place that he can never leave because her dad owns the company. So I basically did you a favor.
There's some truth to that. 1, raise your kids better. 2, communication. 3, get a better job, you know?
What do you want?
Trudy, please don't hang up. I can explain.
You're going to see when we get there. Being Clarke is way better.
She's such a dick. And I enjoy it. Oh, boy.
All right, team, check it out.
Do they realize that they're using a stunt double who has looser hair than him and whose hair is completely different colors? Like, the tips of his dreads are darker compared. The stunt doubles is super bright because they have fake dreads on him. I'm just curious if they know or not. I mean, with Julie being in charge, they probably didn't take the time to actually give a fuck about a black person's hair, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither. We ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole and talk about that woman. But for now, that's all I just wanted to point out. His stunt double's hair was just a little different, you know? You got dragon fire, bro.
Come on. You ready? Come on. Hey, guys, come on.
Big stinky breath, bro.
You can.
Whoop. Guess who's you? It's me.
I'll tell the gang. Lizzie needs to rest for a bit. That's all.
There's got to be a way to go around to stop people from saying ad sunum all the time, right? Just to stop from putting people to sleep. There has to be something in a way, you know? Something, bro. Because at this point, the shit's just ridiculous. Every other person, ad sunum. Anytime there's an inconvenience, ad sunum. Can you say it to yourself at nighttime? Ad sunum. Anything?
I guess my old code still works. But
This fucking place is still here. Oh, uppercut.
You know, instead of sneaking around, why don't we have some fun?
Look at this big motherfucker, bro. Big strong face, some bitch. Let me come in and fucking swing, miss, swing, block. Oh, chest kick. Even making him grunt. Oh, spin a Rooney. Oh, then I made her cold-blooded, son. Pull out a fucking police baton.
You're enjoying yourself. Just a teensy little bit.
See it. You cannot lead a team that doesn't trust you. You know what I did for Cleo. I also know that it didn't work. Josie saved Cleo.
Said what he
with the
said,
team's
dog.
help. And I know that's why you've been so hard on yourself. You're trying to fix your mistake. But you can't take that out on the team. You've got to earn their trust back. Until then, you're benched.
Benched, bro. Earn it back. He stood up.
He left.
He said what he had to.
Lizzie, she knocked me out.
He said what
I
he
think
had to.
She's trying to do the spell.
That is paperwork and an off-brand fucking clicker with a hammer neck or hammerback. That's what happens when you leave your baby laying on their back for too long. That right there. Congrats. Be a better parent.
Over here. I just want to make sure I get to say goodbye.
No.
Please let me in.
If he's gonna die, he's gonna die. Go ahead and fucking transfer. Oh god, that's maybe so shitty to say, but like, go ahead and transfer the shit over to your father. Human sacrifice. He's back at it like a crack addict, and meanwhile, Buddy's still dead like he's supposed to be. Bop, 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 bop.
Oh, he's leaving. That's disappointing. I guess we'll never know which guy you are.
Jed, Ethan, watch the exits. We'll check the ICU.
I think at the start of the show, MG and Joe seemed like they were going to be such closer friends. And while they're still good friends, we really don't get to see a bunch of it actually on screen.
I thought I knew what the right thing to do was. But Dad was always the one that I talked to about that. Without him here, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think I need help.
It takes a lot to say that. It takes a lot to say it, but at least you said it. A lot of people in real life aren't strong enough to say they need help. Uh-oh. Got back in the fucking simulation box? Yeah, got a little beignet. Her big net.
You love trying to kill me, don't you?
It's a lot of fun. I do like the idea of nature creating balance. Like, hey, we did a tree together, but I feel like it was a certain spell, or maybe it was a spell that I think it'd be more interesting if Rick gave them the spell to use together to grow the tree, something that he had in the back of his mind, but it needed the power of these three to do it together, etc., etc. But nature creating balance, I think the best part for me about the lore of the originals is there was this tree. This is the only tree that can kill them. The tree was burned to ashes. These stakes are so few and far between, you may never even see them. And then all of them are destroyed, but one. And that one is used, for spoilers for the end of the originals over the next 10 seconds, that one is used to kill Klaus and Elijah. So it almost undermines that a little bit, not to the full extent, because that dagger is now gone with them, etc., etc. I think what would have been fun instead is if the dagger, and you have to plan this ahead of time, but if the dagger used then, while they dissipated, the dagger didn't. And it clinked to the ground. And it was shown still being there. You don't have to show anybody pick it up, but it is there. Now, whether Rebecca or Marcel or whoever comes and picks that up, maybe they use it for balance, or to use it if the time came that Rebecca, Freya, or Cole chose to have their piece. If they wanted to leave the mortal world, they had an option to take that out if need be, as in case of an emergency. That would be a more wholesome route to keep, that leaves the audience like, ooh, they have that. Or a hunter had came and got it. Maybe it was Rick who was secretly holding this as a failsafe for Hope. Or maybe it was somebody like Jeremy or even Matt who had this disdain, who somehow came across this piece of wood while in New Orleans. There's a bunch of different story routes you can take that, rather than just, hey, I had a vision of this tree. I thought for a second it was going to be her remaking the tree, which is almost a little more acceptable. But the fact that nature made the tree, I think is intriguing. But I think some of the ideas right there that was just mentioned may have provided for a little more intrigue. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong on that. At the end of the day, it's just speculation or fanfic, I guess. So I think I would have liked that a lot more. Just saying.
Honestly, same.
Thank you.
Farah.
Winner. You could have put some better VFX into that too, bro. Made that a much more, even though it's just like it's not a real thing. Still.
But I have wanted a normal, boring family for as long as I can remember. And
Yep.
as crappy as some of it is, well, I think Trudy is one of those people who loves with their whole heart immediately. I wish I was more like her. So, make fun of my life all you want. It's more than I've ever had.
That's more than he's ever had, bro. He has a friend. Your humanity's off. He has a friend. He has a loved one. And now he's got to fight his way out of that paper bag you put him in.
Weird. I was just thinking the same thing about you.
Get fucked.
You know, I used to be jealous of you and your friends.
That's all he wanted. You
always
got a
stuck
friend.
together. Never thought you'd be stupid enough to just throw that all away.
Right. Because I'm really worried about what you think, Ryan.
You should be. Hope.
Yo.
Yo. Hi. I'm looking for the super squad.
How the fuck did you get this number?
Depends who's asking.
Just a concerned citizen who wants them to know there's a monster on the loose.
You should.
An Argus. He's acting weird. Weirder than the usual monster, I mean. And last I saw it was off Route 50. Good luck.
Oh, that's a fucking set up. God bless you, Finch. There you go.
Peace.
There you go.
He deserves it more than
I thought he was gonna take his coin. Teddy.
Self-sacrifice is always the bloody answer. I win at last, Ferryman!
That coin about to fucking.
Sorry.
That coin gonna disappear, bro. I
Work in
wouldn't.
progress.
I wouldn't have said none of that shit until I was across. Oh, buddy, you ain't supposed.
You got room for a third?
Hashtag bloop. That boy dead in the doornail. Just. Ah, that's disappointing. I mean, I think they'll still pull it through, but it's just. I don't want to see Malivore ever again. I mean, the Necromancer I get a little bit, but not the Malivore shippers. Let it go, bro. Worried sick about Landon, Hope must relinquish control as the Super Squad enacts a plan to save him. Lizzie, Caleb, and Ethan volunteer together. Josie and Lizzie search for answers, which leads to Lizzie to uncover a dangerous plan. Cleo works on tracking Hope, who does not want to be found. That was another really good episode, man. That one was also, it was pretty solid all the way around. I mean, I don't have any issues with it. I thought it was pretty good. Lizzie almost made a really, really, really horrible decision. Granted, I'm with Joe. I would have been glad as well. There's just, I'm curious about Caleb's, where he's going to go. Is he going to go try to do this Argus thing by himself to try to get back in good graces? Because it seems like he's good to go now. Or how is he going to go about that? I think he should have stayed and worked with Jed personally. The White Oak thing is still interesting. I'll see if Cleo brings that up. Watching Hope kind of decimate everybody is a lot of fun. And getting in on Clarke and Trudy's relationship was also a lot of fun. I think a lot of key hits here. It's not as good as the last two episodes, but it's still a really, really, really solid pacing and scheming. And it leaves off with Rick there at the pad. Then they have to wait for them to take fucking Sebastian, whatever everybody's name was, Theodore or Clavicle, to take him across the way and then come all the way back before they get to go. Because that's stressful. I feel like we talked a bunch during the actual episode. That's funny. The Super Squad has a number they can just call and get in contact with. Yeah, I think it's all good stuff. I think Hope continues. She'll get into the book, get into some bullshit. I say fucking Malivore will probably come back and I'll have to. I think she goes and it makes easy work of these factions, as she should. I think if you create the strongest being, she should be the strongest being, and then just take it from each of those steps. So yeah, another banger for your, I believe it should be a Friday episode. It'll be entitled Someplace Far Away from All This Violence. I'll see you guys there for that one. Links and everything will be in the description box down below. Playlist up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated, and I will catch you on the next one.